You know what separates the players who dream about getting better from the ones who actually do? It's not luck. It's not money. It's not legendary cards. It's understanding the small, invisible details that no one talks about. The habits, the patterns, the way you see the game differently. Because let's be honest, everyone knows how to drop a giant, defend a push, or spam a minor. But not everyone knows why they're losing. So today, I want to talk to you about the parts of Clash Royale that the game never teaches you. But once you understand them, your entire playstyle changes. But before we go deep into that, I want you to do one thing. Hit that subscribe button right now. Because if you've been watching my videos, you already know we don't just talk about decks. We talk about growth, about getting smarter, calmer, more strategic. Every video here is designed to make you play like a thinker, not a panicker. So hit it, and let's jump right in. Let's start with something most players completely ignore: game flow awareness. Every match has phases: the setup, the testing, the control, and the finish. The setup phase is where both players try to read each other. You're not trying to win here, you're trying to understand. What's their win condition? What's their main defense? Once you spot that, the testing phase begins. You start baiting out their key counters, figuring out how they react. Then comes control, when you've identified the rhythm of the match and start forcing your opponent to play your way. That's when you control the elixir tempo. And finally, the finish, double elixir or overtime, where your earlier decisions start to pay off. Most players skip straight from phase 1 to phase 4. They just throw cards and hope something connects. But once you start thinking in phases, your entire win rate goes up, because every move has a purpose. Now let's talk about decision quality. There's a difference between making a move that feels good and making a move that is good. A lot of players drop cards emotionally. They panic when they see a push and over-defend, or they attack when they shouldn't just because they feel like they're behind. You have to train yourself to delay your reactions by 1 second. That 1 second gives your brain time to think, not just react. You'll start realizing that many pushes don't need overcommitting. Sometimes one unit and a tower's help are enough. That's how pros save elixir, not because they know magic placements, but because they stay calm and see the whole picture. And while we're here, let's talk about something big: how you see mistakes. Most players get frustrated when they lose, but pros get curious. When they misplace a unit, they don't tilt. They ask why. Was my timing off? Was I distracted? Did I expect the wrong card? You can't improve if you're always defending your ego. You improve when you study your losses. That's why I always tell you, don't delete replays. Rewatch them. Watch the moment where everything started going wrong. Usually, it's one small decision: a misplaced troop, a wasted spell, a panic card. Learn to see those details, and you'll start predicting your mistakes before they happen. If you're still here, by the way, I already know you're part of the small percentage that actually wants to improve. So thank you. And if you're not subscribed yet, seriously, join us now. Because this is what we do every day. We get smarter at Clash Royale together. Let's move on to card synergy, because this is where a lot of people plateau. Everyone knows a few basic combos: Hog plus Earthquake, Miner plus Poison, Giant plus Night Witch, but real synergy goes deeper than combos. It's about tempo. Let me explain. Every card you play changes the flow of elixir and pressure. If your cards force your opponent to overspend, you're gaining tempo. If you're constantly responding late or with expensive cards, you're losing it. The key is to have at least one card that can change tempo instantly, like Ice Spirit, Skeletons, or Lock. Those tiny cycle cards are what make big plays possible. Without them, your deck feels clunky. So next time you copy a pro deck, don't just look at the big cards. Understand how the small ones glue everything together. Now here's something I learned the hard way. Your deck doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to make sense to you. You can't copy skill. You can copy decks, but not the decisions that come with them. Some people dominate with Golem, others with Expel. Both are valid, but only if it fits you. Play what you understand, not what's trendy. The more you connect with your deck, the more confident you become, and confidence is what lets you play aggressively when it matters. Let's shift gears to something that matters way more than most realize: energy management. Not elixir, your mental energy. Tilt doesn't just happen after a loss. It starts when you're tired, distracted, or playing for too long. If you've been grinding for an hour and your brain feels heavy, you're done. No amount of skill will save you. Learn to stop before frustration hits. Take breaks. Watch a replay. Scroll the leaderboard, analyze instead of spamming more matches. You'll start noticing your win rate goes up when you play less but smarter. Okay, now this part is important. The illusion of bad luck. You'll hear players say, "I keep facing my worst matchup," or "the game is rigged." But guess what? Everyone faces bad matchups. The real difference is what you do in them. If you can't win, you can still practice surviving longer. You can practice forcing a draw. You can learn to recognize your losing conditions faster. That's what pros do. They don't panic when they see a counter deck. They adapt. You don't always need to win a bad matchup. Sometimes, playing it smart teaches you more than an easy victory. Now, let's talk about patience, the rarest skill in Clash Royale. Everyone wants action, instant results, flashy wins. But the best players are patient predators. They wait for the right moment, not the first one. You can go an entire minute without touching a tower and still win. Because the match isn't about doing more, it's about doing better. So stop feeling pressured to attack early. Wait, observe, strike when it matters. Let's bring this all together, because I know some of you watching this right now are in that phase when you feel stuck. You're grinding every day, you're not seeing it. You're wondering what you're missing. Here's the truth. Improvement doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it's invisible. You're getting smarter, calmer, more consistent. You don't notice because you're measuring everything in trophies. Stop measuring trophies. Measure decisions. Did you track wins or better? Did you lose slower? That's good. That's how pros think. And let's not forget confidence. Confidence is the difference between a good player and a dangerous one. If you don't believe you need to work, confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It means commitment. When you play a card, commit to it. Don't hesitate after. You'd be shocked how many matches are lost not by bad cards, but by hesitation. Every move you make should have a purpose. Before we end, here's something powerful. Start treating every move like a puzzle, not a fight. You're not battling opponents, you're defeating them. Every move they make is information. If you start thinking this way, Clash Royale becomes less stressful and more enjoyable. Because instead of reacting emotionally, you're observing strategically. That's the key difference between panic players and pros. One reacts, the other predicts. And if you made it this far, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button right now. Join this journey. We're building something real. A place for free-to-play players, grinders, thinkers, and strategists come together to get better every single day. Remember, improvement isn't flashy. It's slow, repetitive, and realize you're calm in situations that used to stress you out. That's the sign you're leveling up. So the next time you log in, don't focus on progress. Focus on progress. Play smart. Stay calm. Trust your instincts. We got this.